to action. Roll a d6. All right. Not going to look at the card before I roll. Let's just see what we get. A 3. Conduct battle with Pierre. Well, that's great. Or before rolling the d6, you may elect to take 1 injury to escape and immediately draw a new encounter card. Now let's fight Pierre. Let's see how that works. So here is Pierre. He is level 1. Pierre is a self-made billionaire who owns a multinational empire and is known throughout the world as a man with many on his payroll. Pierre is a man of extreme extravagance and harsh temper, living in palaces all over the world. He goes above and beyond, devising extraordinary methods to make his enemies suffer. SMERSH does not care for his extravagance and ego, but they put up with it since his pockets are very deep. So at level 1, we have to test our spycraft to avoid his trap. And if we pass, we get 1 intel. If we fail, we're going to have to lower our spycraft, which is only a 1. So test our spycraft to avoid his trap. Well, this is this die. Our spycraft is 1. There's no penalties or bonuses, so let's just draw a die. And not bad, but about half of that die is injury. All right. Let's get this out of the way. Yes, 2 successes. Look at that. Dexter. All right. Now, we pass, we get 1 intel. So that intel comes randomly from here. And with our insight card, we can now roll on for that. Now we need a bad roll, Dexter, or normally a bad roll, a 1 or a 2. Go low, go low, go low. But that's okay. So we don't get to flip it over. We just put it into the pool, but that's more intel we're gaining. Now, since we defeated him, he went crying back to Dr. Lobo. So Dr. Lobo is going to give him more protection. He managed to escape us and get away. So now he's level 2. All right. Yeah. Clean up these die. All right. And that was the encounter turn. So we can just go to the end of turn. Soviets deny UN access to SMERSH archives. So we remove all intel in the USSR. There is none because this is actually in Asia. And then add intel back to Reykjavik. So there we go. I still want to carry on with my secret missions and go to Cairo. So no closures. So now I will fly to Cairo. Now, I'm stopping in Cairo. I have to since I flew, unless I wanted to spend resolve, which I do not. So I simply turn this in, turn that in to get my bonus at the end of my turn. Now we'll have my encounter in Cairo, which is in Africa. It's in the green region, so we draw an Africa Encounters card. And Risky Dead Drop, 32 Response E. All right, 32 Response E. Let's see here. Okay, we can take charge of the situation. I'd rather be lucky. Go unorthodox. That's worked so far. Frighten, joke, or trust no one. Well, Dexter, so far you've been a pretty unorthodox fellow in the way you've done things. Let's do that. So it's a 3. So 32, 3. Let me mark that over there so I don't forget. And there is no intel, so a 1. All right, and I'm sorry if it's not focusing in. Even spies must sometimes follow protocol, warns the director. Protocol is for amateurs, you reply. An American diplomat may be leaving secrets for the Soviets to pick up. You don't have direct proof, but you plan on scaring the wits out of him to get it. Test persuasion -1 and pass with disguise or weapons use. Yes, we took weapons use with our last uh, adventuring as a reward, so we get to automatically pass. Pass. You corner the American and convince him to work for Dr. Lobo. He soon. Wait a minute. You corner the American and convince him you work for Dr. Lobo. Okay. Sorry, I misread that. He soon talks. One intel or flip up one intel in the pool. Oh, what do we do? What do we do? Let's see. I always have the chance to flip up new intel that I gather, but there's just not much on the board. I'm going to go ahead and take a free one, a new one, and Insight says anytime you gain intel from any source, you may roll a die. So let's get the D6. All right. Oh, just off camera, but it's a 6. So we don't get to see, but we have new intel. We'll put that in the intel pool. Excellent. Before we get to the end of turn, I actually completed my secret mission, met with my informant, so I get a reward. Now I can either level up, one of these, 1 level, okay. I can get a resolve, and in the solo player game, instead of getting 1 resolve, you get 2, which would not be bad, because I'm down to 2. Let's see, you can get 1 UN transport, which isn't too bad right now. The airports aren't closing very fast. Or a top secret card. And I think that's what I want, is a top secret card. Provocateur. On your turn, discard to pass a failed test in deception or persuasion. So it's kind of limited on its use, but discard it, automatically pass. Not bad. A lot of those top secret cards are just one-time uses, but they are powerful. Now, end of turn. Princess Anne to marry Dr. Lobo. No, Princess, why? Remove all intel in Africa. Well, there is none. And add intel in Abeshi or Abe. Okay, right there. Airport closing in Ceylon. Oh, where the intel popped up last time. So it goes there. All right. Now, I guess we're going to take a little ferry and just go to Athens, and we will complete our second secret mission. All right, so we turn that in. Now we are no longer in Africa, we are in Europe. So let's have a Europe encounter. 26. Response J. All right, let's see. Go into the lion's den. Strange obsession. I'm your biggest fan. Good spy, bad spy. Act uninterested or be nice. You know what? We've been unorthodox. We have been honest. It's no longer time to be nice. Let's rush into the lion's den. So that's going to be 26-1. And there is no intel there, so 2. 26-1-2. It says move to Moscow, and that is the very beginning. So I will go ahead and move Dexter to Moscow. But we've already turned in our Athens card. We've already made contact, so we still get the reward, even though we moved. All right. Move to Moscow. In Berlin, a snitch blows your cover, and you are taken into custody by the Soviets. Days later, you are transported to a gulag. Perhaps the only thing worse than being inside a gulag is escaping one and finding yourself in a frozen wasteland. You have an escape plan, but little sense of the whereabouts. You spend weeks trying to cozy up to several of the overworked and underpaid guards, test persuasion or deception, and pass with seduction. Well, Dexter doesn't really have much seduction going his way. So, now, we can test persuasion, just a straight up test, or deception of a +2, but then you need 2 successes. Ouch. All right, so let's see. Persuasion and deception are both at a 1. Let's we've come this far. Let's go for the deception. All right. So, we get this. Our deception is a 1, so we can draw up to 3 more dice. Well, there we go. 1, 2. Oh no. No, that's not the 2 injury one. All right. Yes, no injuries there. And let's go for it. Come on. Yes. Now this one does have 2 injuries, but it has multiple successes. All right. Let's get our good old box and let's zoom out just a little bit. And remember, since we're doing this, we need 2 successes. Come on, Dexter. Yes, 2 successes. These 2 are nothings. They're just failures. Failure to complete your mission and 1 injury. So that is 1 injury. That brings us to 2. That does not knock us out. We're still fine. But we got our 2 successes. Yes. All right. Let me see if I can get that back into focus. One guard becomes friendly with you, and you learn that you are 10 miles from a satellite control station. You make your escape, break into the station, and are able to get a message to the UN for a pickup. Gain Explorer! Yes! We had this provocateur card, and if we had failed, we could have used it, but we did not need to, and we just got it. So that was an awesome encounter to come up on. So here's our Explorer card. Whether it's the mountains or the wilds of Africa, you feel at home in exotic lands. We gain 2 to tests made in regional locations, such as the Alps, Congo Basin, and Patagonia. That's the, like here's Patagonia. And if you remember, Dexter actually started in the Congo Basin. Those are the areas that you cannot normally go into. They're usually much harder encounters. You're captured or something like that. So we'd get a +2 there. Nice. We can discard it to re-roll a single die in any test that we fail. But that's a one-time use and we discard it. Nice. All right. Before we end the turn, I think I'm just going to take 2 resolve. It's hard to, can't really get it back, and in a solo player game, I was already down to 2, and yeah, I really think I need to just go with that. Children, end of turn event. Okay, children in Cape Town brainwashed into joining End Times cult. So remove intel in North America. There is none. Add intel in Salvador and Cape Town. All right. So we'll put this one in Salvador and we'll put this one in Cape Town. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are at our limit. So I really need to get somewhere with some intel. Now, I forgot to grab an injury, so I will do that now. He has 2. We could rest now if we wanted to heal, but that would help advance Dr. Lobo because right now we're playing solo. We are the only spy hot on Lobo's trail, and if we rest, who's watching Dr. Lobo and his henchmen? So he would advance, right? Now, Here's what we can do. Since we are in Moscow and we're on the train line, you can move on to the train and then ride the train, or we're going to hop on the train and ride it to here, hop off, and use our last movement to move down to Salon. So, we are going to gather this intel. Come on. Yes, we got a 2 and nuclear. Well, we don't need nuclear until late in the game. So, if we have to lose an intel from the pool, I might just lose that one. So, not a big deal. Now let's have an intel encounter in Asia. All right. Reach around the camera. A daring infiltration. 13C. Okay. I can observe, take quick action, test my limits with determination, get assistance, let's have some fun, or at all cost. All right. Let's I don't have quick thinking, which lets you, or speed, which lets you be fast of foot, but also fast of thought. So I'm not going to take a quick action. I'm going to, well, I don't have any kind of observation either. Well, I'm still going to try observe. So 13, 1, 3. 13, 1, 3. Okay, so this one wraps around the book. Let's see what, around the page. Let's see what I can do. The director has assigned you a trainee for a live mission, despite your aversion to babysitting rookies. You let the kid go ahead of you to survey a heavily guarded military base and find you a way in. Okay. When you reach the base, you contact him via radio. There are 4 men on the perimeter fence inside and 8 men on the inside. Sorry, there are 4 men on the perimeter fence inside and 8 men on the outside. There's a guard tower on each corner, but past those, there seems to be little security. The rear gate is unguarded. Really? Really? What about the 2 pink flamingos, you ask? Huh? So you can test hand-to-hand or deception of a +2. Pass with stealth or detection. Ah, why did you have to lose your stealth? Okay, so that is a bit of a strange encounter. Let me get the camera over here for you if you guys want to read that yourself, because it was strange. There we go. See if I can get that to focus in for any of you who like to read that. You're missing having to babysit a rookie on the other page. And it was a strange entry. I'm thinking that the what about 2 pink flamingos? You're probably making some joke. You probably have 2 guys that just found you or found your uh, rookie teammate. All right, so hand to hand. Did well in hand to hand last time, did well in the deception also. And we have the card to automatically succeed in the deception if we fail. So I think I'm going to go with the deception of the +2 with 2 successes. All right, so deception +2. We have a skill level of 1, and then the book gives us a +2, and I am going to draw all 3 because we need 2 successes. So, all right, the green die again, or the green icons, I guess. Or I guess technically the die is white, but no injuries, but only 1 success. All right, 2 more. Let's draw 2 more. Now you can stop early, but I'm choosing to draw all of them. Ugh. But no injuries, so that's good. Don't want any injuries if we can avoid it. So let's see, that's it, right? Draw 3. So +2 and 1 over there. So did I draw too many die last time? I'll have to check on that. All right, 2 successes. I have 1 success. Let's see, do I re-roll? I do have the chance to re-roll. I think I'm just going to go ahead and use the provocateur. So, on your turn to discard to pass a failed test in deception or persuasion. And this was a deception. So we pass. Yay! We passed that by discarding the provocateur card, and I did check. I did draw one too many cards. So instead of redoing that or anything like that, I will discard the infiltration card. Before rolling dice, gain +1 to the test. Or it could re-roll. So I'll just say that I use that to draw an extra die for the last encounter, previous encounter. Now on this encounter we passed, so let's see. You take 2 sniper shots at the flamingos, disabling the cameras hidden within. Nice. You rush to the gate, cut yourself an opening in the fence, and sneak inside, disabling guards in your path. Within minutes, you are out again with the documents you need before anyone notices the video blackout. Gain 1 intel that's flipped up. Yeah. Woohoo. So we get to gain an intel. Oh, this one, first instincts, right? This one feels lucky. Flip it up. More nuclear. We don't need nuclear. No. There's only 3 or 4 of these in the entire game, and we already have 2. Oh well. At least we got those out of the hands of Dr. Lobo, right? End of turn. Several trains bombed in Europe. So remove all intel in Europe. So we remove the intel in Reykjavik. Sorry again if I mispronounced that. And that's the only one. Then we add intel in Luanda. So let's go with this other one I was looking at. Let's put that right there. Here we go. And then we close Cairo. So yeah, it's a good thing we flew there when we had the chance. So one of these little tokens right there on Cairo. So now we definitely want to make our way down here before all that intel disappears. So, where can we go? This airport's closed. Let's just go to Mumbai. There's a straight line down through past the Himalayas. Okay. So Mumbai, we can't go to the Himalayas. It's one of those areas you can't go to directly on your own. So, all right. And I can't go that way if the airport closes. If this airport closes, I'm be stuck because this is a one-way. This Middle East section is another only go out of. So I'm not going to go to Mumbai. I'm going to go over to Beijing because if this airport should close, then I can go to Macau. So let's go to Beijing and then maybe I can fly down to Cape Town. Cape Town will never close. So, all right, another Asian encounter. 40G. 40G. Let's see what we have for G. Taunt, overreact, stay calm, cry, blend in, stand out, or laugh at. Well, we tried to blend in last time when we had stealth and it didn't work. What is it? It's a dangerous adversary. Let's overreact. That sounds like it could be fun. All right, so we're going to overreact this time. Last time it didn't work, so we're upset. That is 40 and a 2 and no intel, so a 2. You are increasingly furious with a private investigator who is following you. Eventually, you corner him in his apartment and give him a piece of your mind. He claims he doesn't know who hired him or why. He is just doing his job. Allowing your frustrations to get the better of you, you dish out quite a mental beating to the hapless detective. Test hand-to-hand or athletics +2. Pass with detection or electronics. Yes! Don't understand how that is, but yes, we do have electronics. That's one of the first, that is the first advanced skill we took with Dexter. Don't see how that's going to play into the story yet, but all right. That night, the alarm system in your apartment sounds. Well, there you go. You jump out of bed, pulling the silence Luger from under your pillow. In the corner, you see a shadow and shoot. A ninja drops. Another comes at you from behind. So you flip, roll, and shoot. You shoot the third in the face as he hurls himself at you. Wow! We just took out 3 ninjas. Dexter, you are the man. I can get an advanced skill or up any skill. Well, we're definitely going to get an advanced skill. I just don't know what we're going to get yet. But yes! Yes, Dexter! All right, Dexter, you may have to take a stroll on the beach because you are rocking and rolling. Now, he's been getting kind of lucky, so I'm going to take luck in gambling. This is combined on 1 token. Some of the villains do require you to gamble with them, and so this will be good for him to get, and that'll give us more automatic passes. So yeah, another great turn for Dexter. Let's see, end of turn event. I can't get it to quite focus. Japan begins process of rebuilding military despite the USA objections. Remove intel in Europe. Well, there is none in Europe right now. And add intel in Yekaterinburg, which is in the USSR. And like I said, right there it shows it's not wanting to focus, but USSR. Airport close in current city. No! Our luck did finally run out. I was right to move this way, though, because I would have been stuck there. Well, I guess I could have still moved too, but anyway, yeah, that does hurt a little bit. All right, and then we need to add intel right there. Well, I could hop on the train and get there. Really need to get to Africa though. So I'm gonna go to Macau and try to fly out on my next turn. Let's go again, Dexter. Let's show us how impressive you are. So I have an impossible mission 38, response E. Okay. And it's down here. Take charge. I'd rather be lucky, unorthodox, frightened, joke, or trust no one. Well, unorthodox has been working for us so far. Let's go for it again. So 38, 3, and fate card, no intel, 3. So 38, 3, 3. You found some leisure time. The director would like you to develop your contacts in the area, but you prefer to spend your time driving expensive cars very fast. On one of your drives, you meet Mr. Lewin, who tells you about an object that fell from space into his wheat field. He thinks it is an alien vessel. It is more likely to be a downed Chinese or Soviet aircraft. The UN would find the technology very interesting. Test athletics -1. Pass with electronics. Yes, Dexter! You are on a roll, my man. As you approach the object, the aliens inside scan your body. They conclude that your physique is strong enough to handle their implants and upgrades. You don't want to know how they inserted those upgrades into your body. Probed by aliens and up any skill. Oh, this is a status card, and I get to up a skill. That is hilarious. All right, let's take a look at that. Okay, so I've had a quick think, and I believe that I'm going to up Dexter's athletics. So if we look here, many of the villains that you face require athletics, and a lot of the stuff we've been facing has required athletics. So since we've been running all over the world and doing everything ourselves, he's gotten in pretty good shape. So let's up athletics to a 2. Now let's look at probed by aliens. All right, I think I got it in focus. Probed by aliens. You are having trouble remembering what you did last night. So at the beginning of my turn, I roll a d6. On a roll of 1 or 2, I place myself in a random city by flipping a fate card. I have no memory of how I got there, but I feel stronger and I gain +1 to my encounter test for this turn. Oh, so that is a little strange. Let's see if I can get the board back into focus and draw our end of turn event, which means I may have to adjust the focus again to be able to read this. Okay. Let's mess with the focus. I'm going to have to try find a better way to do this possibly in the future. Let's see. Senators balk at Haiti's declaration of war against Florida. So remove intel in North America. There is none up here. None. Add intel in the North Atlantic and Paris. Well, the North Atlantic is right there. Okay. And then Paris would be right in there. But, all right, let me go ahead and close La Paz, the airport in La Paz. So we will close that. All right. So, intel on the board, we have 1, sorry for pointing, 2, 3, 4, and up here 5. We already have 5, and that is our limit. So as soon as we would go over, which we would now, we have to wipe all intel off the board. Oh, awful. But there you go. Now, if I had multiple villains on the board, I would remove all but one and do that randomly. So that is a shame. I really don't know where I want to go and what I want to do now because I have no intel to track down and I've completed both of my secret missions. So I think I'm going to fly to, um, well, let's just fly to New York. And the reason is that airline can never shut down. That airport can never shut down. That way, when some intel pops up, I can jump right on the plane and head there. So we need to get this going. North America, we have the Dead of the Night 22H. Okay. Don't think we've had that group yet. So if I can get it to focus for you. Be nosy, all in, the setup, cheat, I'm just a natural. It's my good looks. Don't have to cheat when we have good gambling and luck. So let's just say I'm a natural. All right, so 22, 5, and we draw a fate card and 2. 22, 5, 2. Midnight in the back room of a Russian restaurant in a seedy part of town. You've drunk enough cheap vodka to sink a ship. The KGB agent sitting facing you pulls out an old 1895 Nagant revolver. 7 chambers, 1 bullet, he says. You don't know exactly what he has in mind. Or you do know exactly what he has in mind. Will you play Russian roulette? Player must answer before reading further. You, no. It's probably more fun for the game, but no. I'm not going to play Russian roulette with a Russian KGB agent. So I'm going to say no. You get up to leave. When you reach the door, he puts a bullet in your leg. Good thing he was drunk. 2 injuries. Do not advance villain. Okay. So I think what this is saying is this doesn't count as a failure, so you don't advance the villain. But I take 2 injuries. Those 2 injuries will put me over, which will cause me to advance the villain. So let's take a look at that. So even if it occurs in the middle of a turn, so first I would gain 2 injuries. That happened before the next sentence that said don't advance. So as soon as you gain that many injuries or more, it doesn't delay you or move you to a certain city or anything like that. You just remove these. Now, yeah, in a 1-player game, since I am technically injured like this, I have to uh, get some hospital time and heal up. Dr. Lobo advances. So, We draw a villain card, and oh no, villain advancement. Millions flooded when Hoover Dam ruptures from an explosion. There we go. Almost got it into focus. So 2. We'll put that there. Okay. That means Lobo will advance 2, but that's actually not too bad. Guns are the most common. Okay. Now, if we look here, we know we have the double agent. Okay. Guns are the most common, so chances are one of those might be a gun. But if we can get a hold of some electronics and stuff, then we would be ready to win. So we need to start facing his villains, luring them out. We did face one earlier, but that was during an encounter. We didn't actually seek him out and encounter him, so that did not count. We need to move this back. Now we would not advance because we did not technically fail the encounter. We just chose to not do the encounter. So, a little bit of a difference. All right. End of turn. Let's see if we get this into focus, y'all. The Taj Mahal stormed of protesters and covered in graffiti. So add intel in Ottawa, and close the airport in the current city. Well, this one can never be closed, so we did a good job of moving there. Excellent. So we ignore that and we add intel in Ottawa. Let's try this one. And that is right next door. So I think that is what we are going to do. We're going to go here. We are going to use the intel, but this time instead of putting it over here into the intel pool, we're going to use it to get information on the location of one of his henchmen. Okay? Let's mix these up. Let's just grab this one. All right. Don't know who that is. Flip this over, and it's in Macau. I think we were just there not long ago. So instead of using the intel for that, you can use it to find information on one of them. If I win the encounter, then the location marker will go up down here. Now we are in North America. 16J. Into the Lion's Den. A strange obsession. I'm your biggest fan. Good spy, bad spy. Act uninterested and be nice. A strange encounter. Well, it's a strange encounter, so let's have a strange obsession. That sounds about right. And there was intel there. We just used it to get information on one of his big minion guys. So 1624. All right, 1624. Move to Miami. So I'll just go ahead and I'll wait and do that. Okay. Can I hear an amen, brothers and sisters? You shout to your new flock. The Reverend Coleman Dollar has allowed you, his latest disciple, to preach to a small congregation in Georgia as a test of your ability to raise almighty dollars. Wait, I'm in Miami and now I'm in Georgia? Okay. It is believed that the money raised by the Reverend is funneled directly to SMERSH. Test spycraft of -2, pass with stealth or electronics. Yes! Woo! All right, way to go, Dexter. At night, you sneak into the Reverend's private chambers and open his safe. You find evidence that the Reverend is advising Dr. Lobo on mass manipulation techniques and is involved in many illegal enterprises on the side. 2 intel. We gained 2 intel. Yes. Let's go look at the board. And we have insight, which reminds me we have probed. I have to fix that. But anyway, so anytime we gain intel for any source. So let's grab this one, and this one looks like a good one. And I will roll for this one first. Nope. Go straight into here. Come on, Dexter. 1 or a 2? No. Well, still, got 2 intel, and that is amazing. Now, I forgot the probed by aliens. Okay. So I will definitely do that this time. There is a chance I could not have made it to Ottawa, which is unfortunate. But I did use that intel to move to a minion on the board, so we're just going to have to leave that. But the first thing I had to do was move to Miami because of that encounter. But we're still at an airport. End of turn. AP Press. Front page. Article reads, are these the end times? Remove any intel in North America. There is none. Add intel in Macau. And then close the current city. Ouch. All right. So get the focus back. We have to close Miami, which will hurt us in getting across the map. But then we add intel right here where the villain is. Interesting. All right. So we need to get across really fast. Well, first thing I need to do is roll for probed by aliens because I could end up in a random city. I do not this turn. So I get to move anywhere I want, which I may go to an airport and then be stuck anyway. Let's go to Panama City. We're going to the beach, and let's see, that is South America. 37G. Emergency orders. 37G. Excuse me. Taunt, overreact, stay calm, cry, blend in, stand out, or laugh at. Laugh at or taunt. I think Dexter likes a good laugh. Let's laugh at him. Let's laugh at those emergency orders. 37-7 and 4.